and welcome to another episode of Mormonforcement, a video series dedicated to promoting the standards of Mormonism by forcing everyone to use their agency wisely. I am, of course, Brinley.
And I'm, of course, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Bryn. Today we're going to be talking about the word of wisdom, and that we all have friends who have left the church, and it's always for the same reason: they wanted to sin. And the word of wisdom is one of the biggest, breaking the word of wisdom is one of the biggest sins out there.
So today we're going to be talking to you about a lot of the substances forbidden by the word of wisdom to help you protect your family.
And also help those people who have wrapped themselves in the flaxen cords of addiction.
And not in a sexy way.
No.
That's forbidden anyway.
Forbidden. That's a different episode.
Sadly, some people like their drinks like they like their afterlife, burning hot.
The word of wisdom specifically forbids hot drinks, and no drink is hotter than hot coffee.
Drinking coffee is literally like drinking Satan's urine. It might sound like a lot of fun, but it actually tastes like dirty water from Bangladesh, filtered through a Walmart dumpster, and then poured onto a sun-baked possum carcass. And it will make you feel just the same.
Instead of selling your birthright for a boiling cup of outer darkness, try jump-starting your morning with a double sugar shot, pumpkin spice, hot chocolate with marshmallows and extra whipped cream. The sugar content will give you all the energy boost that you need and the same chemical dependency as coffee, but this time without the lowered risk of diseases like Alzheimer's and
Cancer.
Cancer.
Playing God by lowering your yuck.
Yeah.
Am I right? Now, obviously, there are alternatives. I mean, you could have a Monster energy drink. It really doesn't matter how much caffeine or crap is in it, as long as it's not coffee. That's what matters, because that's what the Prophet Joseph Smith taught. Strong drink is expressly forbidden by God in the Word of Wisdom, which is why it's so surprising that alcohols are illegal in so many places.
As Mormons, we try to follow the example of Jesus, and no one who's trying to be like Jesus would have any kind of alcohols.
According to the Word of Wisdom, the only acceptable use for alcohols is washing the body, which is why we take baths in Captain Morgan's white rum. Sure, it's a little expensive for outward cleanliness, not as expensive as new skin, but the clean feeling we get inside is priceless.
Of course, you have to avoid the appearance of evil by keeping it in a water bottle.
And obviously you have to be really careful if you have small children running around your house, which you ideally do if you care about God.
Yeah, just imagine if they accidentally imbibed alcohols. How could you live with that guilt for the rest of your life?
Those sweet innocent souls.
You'd have to live knowing that you caused an innocent child without sin to have sin.
An innocent child.
So if you're gonna bathe,
Keep it away. Gotta keep it away.
If you're gonna bathe in alcohol, make sure it's in a water bottle and make sure it's away from your hosts of children.
Now, the Word of Wisdom does allow for mild barley drinks, which some people think means beer, but on to the next one. The Word of Wisdom does say that herbs are for the use of man. However, it was specifically referencing herbs that can be turned into doTERRA essential oils and not the use of marijuana drugs.
For those of you who grew up outside of Provo, this is of course a marijuana drug leaf. People use marijuana drug leaves to get high. If you're ever on the street, you may hear marijuana drug leaves referred to by these names.
Marijuana drugs.
Hashish.
Pots.
The tree of death.
Goody goody ganja.
Loser lettuce.
The Great Barrier Reefer.
Beelzebub.
Devil's dope.
Devil's dope. Now this is of course what's called a marijuana drug joint. It's called a joint because once you smoke it, you are in the joint custody of your gay parents, Lucifer and Cain.
Sometimes temptations will be thrown in our way, but if anyone ever asks you if you want to burn the weeds, simply say, "The only thing that's gonna burn is your soul in the fires of hell, Jessica, you skank!"
Druggy. Why be part of the 420 when you can be part of the 144,000? These of course, are prescription drugs. Though they are highly addicting and very easy to overdose, the word of wisdom says nothing about them, so eat as many as you want.
It's not a bad idea to get on antidepressants in advance before you're even depressed, because that way Satan's gonna have a lot less likelihood of being able to ensnare you
In his claws.
It's also the most legal dependency you're allowed by God. Cheers! Now we're gonna move on to some advice for parents.
It's super important for parents to know if your children are breaking the word of wisdom. Look for these incriminating acronyms so that you can know if they're breaking the word of wisdom.
BRB. Bring rave beer.
IDC. I do cocaine.
LOL. Lots of liquor.
FML. Fun marijuana leaves.
IMHO. I might have opium.
THC. Try Hecka cigarettes.
DMT. Drink more tea.
If you see any of these things in your child's textual messages, their tweets, their Facebook PMs, their WhatsApps, their Yik Yaks, their Snapchats, their Bazingas, their Chop Chops, their Zippities, or their LinkedIn bios, then consult your bishop immediately.
As someone with no professional training in substance abuse therapy, your bishop will be the most oblivious to any doctrines of men that are taught by liberal psychologists.
Well, thanks for joining us on Mormonforcement. We hope you learned a lot today.
Just remember, just because a family member breaks the word of wisdom doesn't mean you should love them any less.
You just treat them differently, worse, until they know that they've been sinning and need to repent.
Uh-oh.
What?
What should we do with these marijuana drug leaves?
I guess we could just throw it away.
But Ian, then a dumpster diver or a raccoon child might get in and smoke it.
Then we would be guilty of sin by implication.
We have to destroy it with fire.
That's the only option that makes sense.
Here goes.
Is this what it means to high to Kolob?
I guess it does make sense. I mean, God's ways are higher than our ways.
Yeah.
I can't even say that in this accent.
Spice hot chocolate. I kind of want to turn that into like just really quick, just some music, just some like rap music.
Yes.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Double sugar shot, pumpkin spice hot chocolate with.
I don't think it works, if I'm being honest. We can put it in the bloopers. Strong drink is expressly forbidden in the Word of Wisdom, so it's surprising that alcohols are still legal in so many places. How's this accent consistency?
Better than Kevin Costner.
It's because I'm following a script, so I have to like think so carefully about each word. Like, I can't just be like a regular Valley girl.
I can't just be like fun mom.
I can't be like fun mom. Sometimes mom's gotta put in the work. The Great Barrier. No, I'm being too dramatic.
Their Facebook PMs, their FaceTimes, their tweets, their Tumblr posts.
Their FaceTimes.
In their FaceTimes, in their WhatsApps, in their Yik Yaks, in their Snapchats, in their Zippity Zaps, in their Chip Chops, in their Bazingas, or in their LinkedIn bios, then consult your...
Could we just leave it like that?
or their LinkedIn bios, then make sure you... every time. Their WhatsApps, their FaceTimes, their Bazingas, their Chip Chops, their Zippities.
You really were spinning out. Hey, jump in and get it and smoke it.
You're gonna have to say a raccoon. Raccoon.
A raccoon?
A raccoon.
What did I say?
You said raccoon.
A raccoon. A raccoon.
A raccoon.
A raccoon.
Raccoon.
Raccoon. Raccoon.
Yeah, that's good.
But Ian, then a raccoon.
Let me say that over again. Ah, damn cat.
Benny, you had one job.
One
okay,
job.
You were never gonna make it.
You can't just...
Do you think Nickelodeon's gonna want you after this? If you don't even have the discipline of someone on the Disney Channel?
You think you can just do your Oscar-worthy performance as the girl in the red dress, and now you can't take some low role as your assigned
You are not too
gender?
big for this. Never forget who made you.
Never forget who
Never
made
forget.
you. You
Look at him, he
ungrateful
doesn't even
twat.
care. It's twat. It's a twat.